There are probably more liars in the car scene than actual car guys. That's just how the car scene works. Being a car guy and lying go hand in hand for some reason. It's because it's too easy to get away with lying. You can lie to anybody about your car, and 99% of the time, they have no way to prove it otherwise. I could easily tell you guys, oh yeah, dude, I totally fully built my McLaren motor. We're running low boost right now. 900 wheel horsepower. You guys wouldn't be able to fact check that. You guys can't see inside the motor. However, lying while you're being interviewed to have it posted online is just diabolical. I stumbled across this page where he interviews people at car meets, a Charmwall official page. Sorry if I butchered that. I'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out. But the things people say is just out of this world, man. We're talking you know what? Then we'll just start out with the clip that sparked the idea for this video. Let's go ahead and dive right in.
All right, question for you. What am I looking at here?
This is a 2022 Honda Civic Si. Not that crazy amount of modifications.
Not that crazy. I'm expecting not much done to it, but we can see it says he spent $9,000. So I mean, that sounds like a crazy amount of modifications if you ask me. That sounds like a pretty solid amount. Let's hear what he lists off.
Cosmetics.
For how long you had it now?
It's about 2.5 years. I bought it like literally the month they started coming out.
And have you done any upgrades to it?
So it is tuned. It does have an intake and an exhaust, and we are going to be working on getting a downpipe very soon to push some real power.
If you was to estimate how much you spent already on upgrades, what does that look like?
Oh man, it's about $9,000.
About 9,000?
Cap. 100% cap. We are cap checking these people. He ain't even got a hat on, but he is capping harder than anybody I've ever seen. $9,000. He said he has an intake and an exhaust, not even a downpipe. Oh, and a tune, my bad. Brother, we know how much that stuff costs. That's not $9,000. Unless Thor himself forged that exhaust, there is no shot this guy has $9,000 in this car. Let's keep looking at it though.
Oh, 9,000.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Enjoy it. It's a charm.
$9,000 in mods. The mods on this car probably costed him like a hand job behind a Burger King and like a half-eaten Whopper. Like, I'm looking at RPF ones, not even a downpipe, my bad. Intake, catback, and weather guards, and you're telling me 9 racks for that thing? I need this guy. You know what? Listen, buddy, I'll cut you a great deal. I'll finish this build for you. We can do the downpipe. We can do a retune. And, you know, I'll go ahead and I'll balance out your tires and, you know, I'll make sure all the tire pressure is good. Another $5 grand, we'll make that happen. Anyways, unless there's something I ain't seeing here. I ain't seeing $9,000. But let's see what else other people have to say. Let me know down below if I'm wrong about the Honda, though. I don't think I am. All right, cap or fact? Let's see. $25,000 spent on a Ferrari F8. Let's take a look.
Question for you. What am I looking at here?
2023 Ferrari F8.
And for how long you had it now?
December.
Have you done any upgrades to it
8 months. Not that long. Not that long to own a car.
so far?
Yes. Did a Novatech exhaust. So Novatech sport cats and Novatech exhaust.
If you was to estimate what the upgrades look like.
Parts was about 20,000. Labor probably another 5.
So about 25,000?
Yeah.
Good, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
$25,000 for an exhaust? Bro, whoever sold this guy an exhaust, he's still on vacation. Homeboy's in Bora Bora right now, stroking his shit to the fat check that this guy just cut him. I gotta look up a Novatech F8 exhaust. It's funny when you can Google things and see that ain't quite $20,000. That's it's a little bit short there. I think the guy sold 2 exhausts to you. I think you have a second one just waiting to be installed somewhere. But you're gonna drop 25 racks on a Ferrari and have OEM wheels? Oh my god. Let's see the exhaust though. Maybe I could smell the Inconel. He's got a 360 cam on it. F8 is a beautiful car, I will say. I mean, this guy's obviously winning. He don't gotta lie about it. Just don't gotta lie about it. God, $20,000. Someone had said dope dealer. That's mean. Anyways, let's see the next guy. Is he capping or is he spitting fact?
A question for you. What do we have here?
2017 Ford Focus RS.
I love RSs. I love them. I don't know if I will ever own one, but oh God, it's such a cool car. Anyways, all right, let's see what homeboy's got done to it.
Have you done any upgrades to it?
Coilover sleeves on the suspension, sway bars. It's mostly an autocross car. This car's already won the Street Championship of Central Florida, the STU Championship of Central Florida.
And then, for how long you had it now then?
I think 3.5,
Okay.
4 years in a way, yeah.
And if you was to estimate how much money you spend on upgrades, what does that look like? You say about what, 10K?
No, not even close.
Not even close?
I mean, because I do all the work myself.
So let's say you would probably be looking at like 15,000 in upgrades if you was to take it to get it tuned up.
Yeah. But it's a very mild tune. Most of the work done in the cars to be able to compete in autocross and,
that's
and come
cool,
home
man.
with a trophy. You know,
That's cool,
So,
man. Enjoy it, man. I think
Thank
this
you.
is a charm, man. Yeah, thank you.
All right. He didn't give us an answer. I'm just gonna say the interviewer kind of fed him answers, but he said he does a lot of the work himself. So I don't think he spent 15,000. I think the guy said, "Oh, if you took it somewhere, how much would it cost?" So this guy seems factual. I'm gonna say this guy seems factual. He seems to know his stuff. It makes sense. An autocross car, you're not gonna be dumping power into it. He focused on suspension. That makes sense. You don't want to overpower your car. Okay, we're not Jeff Gordon. Like I said in the last video, we're not the Stig. We are just casual drivers. We ain't him. Him is out there. We ain't him. Regardless, though, I don't think he was capping. It seems fairly honest to me. Let's see this one. $30,000 spent in upgrades on a 300 ZX. Holy shit, that is a lot of money. $30,000 into a Supra is like 1,000 horsepower. It's pretty easy to get there. So let's see what this guy's got done to it.
Question for you. What am I looking at here?
It's a 1993.
It's clean. Can't argue with that. Twin turbo
For how
car.
long you had it?
Almost 4 years.
4 years. Have you done any upgrades to it?
Oh yeah, the whole body has been redone. Bunch of JDM parts like the Mission front bumper, the ab plug nose panel, and the CCW 3-piece wheels. I mean, list goes on and on.
If you was to put it all together and as an estimate, how much you think you spent on the upgrades?
I'd probably say I'd be close to 30.
30,000?
Mm-hmm.
Good, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's a charm, man.
No problem. Thank you.
I mean, he didn't list everything. It's hard to say. I mean, CCW 3-piece wheels, I have those on the Supra, not those exact ones, but it's like $6,000. You know, they're not cheap by any means. God, he did it JDM stuff. 30 sounds a bit high. Unless he touched the motor, 30 does sound a bit high, but 20 sounds more realistic. Okay, I'm gonna need your guys' opinion on this one. 300 ZX, do we see 30 grand in modifications? He didn't pop the hood. He didn't really say what he did underneath there. Based on what he said, I can't say for sure. So homeboy could be capping, but I know about as much as a toddler who just found his mom's dildo. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think down below. Ooh, okay, here we go. 15 racks into a Mark V. Let's hear it.
What am I looking at here?
2020 Supra.
Nah, for how long you had it?
I mean, it already looks
years
expensive.
already.
It
Have you
already
done
looks
any
expensive.
upgrades to it?
Yeah. It's
Have
got
you
a
done
lot
any upgrades? Look at the car, man. This thing is just dripping in upgrades. What are you talking about?
of upgrades? A lot of carbon.
Carbon's
a lot
expensive.
of simple performance-wise. A simple E50 tune, downpipe intake, and it has a little bit of methane in it for cooling, but that's it.
If you was to add it all up into some estimate, how much does that look like?
Maybe about 15,000.
15,000, 15K? Thank you, man.
I could see it in the Supra. The wheels alone, those look like Advans. The Advans are expensive. Carbon is expensive. Already with the Advans and the Carbon, you're probably looking at like 10 grand. It gets expensive really quick, especially for these newer Mark Vs. And then he's also modified, so he ain't capping. Homeboy is spitting facts. It's a little questionable on the appearance. It's a little out there, but I just don't like the fenders. That's the only thing I don't like. The rest of the car, cream of the crop. But those like fenders, the little vents on the side, not a fan of it. But hey, my car, don't matter. Don't matter. He didn't mod it with Drew Peacock in mind. Don't matter. Most of that being cosmetic is wild. That is true. I mean, the wheels are probably half of it, to be fair. The wheels are very expensive. Here we go. $8,000 in upgrades on the Camaro 2SS. Let's see.
All right, question for you. What do we have here?
2021 Chevy Camaro SS, 2SS,
For how long you had it now?
since 2001.
And have you done any upgrades to it? I can see something.
Nothing to the motor, just exterior stuff.
Yes. And if you was to add it all up in terms of upgrades, how much you think you spent on upgrades?
Maybe about 7,000 to 8,000.
8,000? Cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate
I mean, he's honest about it. $8,000 though? On some LED. Okay, there's like some custom shit going on here. I will say that stuff does start to add up. I don't know how much Lambo doors cost. He's got a ZL1 front bumper. He's got canards. He's got a big front splitter. I don't know what the fuck Sonic the Hedgehog is doing under here. I don't even know the red one's name. What's his name? Like Kumba? I don't know what his name is. Congo? What is his name? I've never seen Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, yeah, he's got some money into the car. Definitely. Definitely there's some money into the car. $8,000. Oh, I mean, that is a lot of custom shit. What is this dude's name? Knuckles. His name's Knuckles. God, I'm stupid. Do you know the way? Oh, God. Good old days. OG brain rot. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, there might be $8,000 in this car. I don't think he's capping that much. I think it adds up. Now, I mean, is it a well-spent $8,000? Probably not. I wouldn't have spent $8,000 on all that, but there's probably $8,000 in this, and I'd rather see this at car meets than like fucking Sonatas with hood vents. So thumbs up for that. I'd rather see this any day of the week. At least it's interesting to look at. Is it for me? No, but it's interesting to look at. And he's passionate about the car, so that's cool. All right, let's see this one. This one caught my attention right here. $60,000 into a 280Z. That's crazy. That's a salary right there. 260Z? I don't know what a 260Z is. I'm uncultured. I admit it. Go ahead, cancel me. I don't even care.
Cancel me all you want. I don't even think you should be on this freaking darn game if you don't have a microphone. You can cancel me for that. I don't care. It's just my opinion. Go ahead and cancel me.
No one gives a
That is my favorite meme to say. Brain rot, you know. Anyways, let's listen.
Question for you is, for how long you had it now? 9 years. And what kind of upgrades you done to it so far? Everything? Gotcha. And then about how much you estimate you spent on that?
Because I did everything myself, I saved a lot of money. But to me doing this again, it would be like 60 grand.
60,000? Damn, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
I mean, let's see the car. Okay. Oh my God, she is sexy. Damn, that's a good looking car. 60 grand though? Am I missing something here? Well, right now we're just seeing body and paint, and that ain't 60 grand worth of body and paint. It's a beautiful car. But again, I mean, we need the facts. We need this interviewer to explain what were the most expensive parts. That would help out a lot. If we got one thing and he was like, yeah, I tore apart the motor and fully built it, costed me 15 bands to do that. Hey, man, okay, I'm starting to see where the 60 grand, it starts to add up real quick, especially for a vintage car like this. Parts ain't cheap. But yeah, I don't know. 60 grand, maybe including the car, maybe. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. For 60 grand, bro, you could have just bought a Corvette. What are you, fucking stupid? Dude, like, come on, bruh. That's what TikTok kids say. There's a thing called passion. These new kids are lacking it. I want to see someone just straight capping. So far, the most cap we saw was the first guy, but I guarantee there's more.
A question for you. What am I looking at?
It's a 23 last call Hellcat wide body Challenger.
For how long you had it now?
This one has been like 4 months.
4 months? Oh,
yeah.
Have you done any upgrades to it so far?
Yeah, just the 285 pulley, the diff brace, exhaust, the wheels and tires, obviously, too.
And then if you was to estimate, pretty much the upgrades you've done on it, what does that look like?
I'd say probably just with the upgrades, I probably got 7,000 to 8,000 into
7,000 to 8,000?
Yeah.
Good, man. Thank you, man. Enjoy, man. It's a charm, man.
No problem.
God, it's hard to say. I mean, yeah, probably. God, these guys ain't capping. Some people do, but some people don't. This guy's being pretty honest about it. I could see $7,000-8,000 in that car. I mean, he did, what did he say? Pulley, intake, exhaust, wheels, tires, brakes. Yeah, it's about right. I'd say that's about right. I mean, it depends on how much his wheels were. Again, wheels are typically like some of the most expensive things you can do. If you buy some authentic 3-piece wheels, you're going to be selling your kidneys. But if you're buying some reps, then, a couple rub outs into the sperm bank and you're good to go. All right, $5,000 into a Cybertruck. Let's hear this one. I don't even know if you could spend $5,000 into one of these things, but let's hear what this dumbass did.
Hey, can I ask you a question about it?
Yeah, go for it.
What am I looking at here?
So that's the Cybertruck Tesla.
For how long you had it now?
2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
Have you done any upgrades to it at all?
Yeah, we did PPF protection, black on black.
What does that upgrades look like? How much you spend in upgrades?
Well, if it was
to estimate it.
Yeah, I would say like 5K.
5K?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would classify PPF wrap as an upgrade. Also, $5 grand, dude, your car's a square. Like, it can't be that hard to just, I could do that. I'll do it for you next time for $3 grand. How about that? Because that sounds extremely easy. $5 grand? Is PPF an upgrade? That's like saying window tints an upgrade. I don't really think it's an upgrade. You're taking care of your vehicle, but like, it's not a modification. PPF for a truck made to withstand small arms fire. Do people not forget how to breathe in the U.S.? I don't know. That just doesn't sound like a mod to me. All right, last one. We got a Honda Civic. Homeboy dropped 10 grand. Let's hear his story.
Question for you. What are we looking at here?
So this is a 98 Honda Civic. We started building out as a drag racing unit, and we end up with this.
For how long you had it now?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
And I'm sure you've done upgrades to it. About how much you estimate the upgrades cost you total?
My wife is gonna see this, you think? Let's keep
Hey,
it.
shoot us another channel.
Yeah, so we have around 10.
Around 10?
Yes.
Good, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Enjoy it. It's a charm.
Thank you.
10 grand? In what? Okay, we got to see the motor. We got to see the motor. It's a single cam with an intake and a header. 10 grand? Where's the 10 grand? Okay, like the engine bay is clean, but like all you did was cage it. Called it a day. I mean, yeah, that ain't cheap, but like 10 grand to cage a Honda Civic from 98 and then put like some cheap ass seats and a cheap ass steering wheel in it? Like 10 grand. I could think of 10,000 better ways to spend 10 grand. One of them is just buying a dollar gumball 10,000 times. I would rather have 10,000 gumballs than have this Honda Civic. And I'll sit there and I'll fucking rotate the thing the whole time too. I will get one hell of a damn wrist workout doing that shit. $10,000 in upgrades on this Honda Civic. You got to be smoking that good shit. Like look NRG steering wheel, good shit, and some cheap ass seats. Awesome. 10 grand. Look, if you guys are ever like on the verge of wasting $10,000, just send it my way. We can do much better here with it. It'll go into a much better cause. You know, you can be a part of a better build. Just if you ever are like looking at a whatever the hell this thing is and being like, yeah, you know what? I got 10 grand laying around. I think I'll go ahead and light it on fire and build this thing. Send it my way. It'll go to a good home. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. I am possibly picking up the next car tomorrow or the next day. Someday this week, I'm going to try to go get all that squared away. I got to discuss stuff with the bank. I got to go ahead and discuss stuff with the dealership. XYZ, you guys know how it goes. Place your bets down below on what you think I got. Subscribe, and until next video, peace.